about today?
No, I'm nervous.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, it'll be okay. I'm understudying for Hippolyta. Um, and it's just the fight because there's like a big fight in the beginning, and I haven't done it since like April.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so I mean, it'll be fine. Like they want the show to go well. The only thing I'm really nervous about is when you do the show at nighttime, you have like our call time is like 2 hours before the show. So there's plenty of time to go over stuff because it's in rep, so there's only one show a week. So they're like, oh, let's always meet super early call time. Everyone can go over their lines. Like some people are in like 4 different shows. It's hard to keep all those scripts in your head. But today's a school show, which means we have like 20 minutes. But like they want the show to go well. Everyone's a professional. They're going to have my back. Like I know that. I don't want to show up and be like burp burp burp. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry everybody. Burp. But that is also what it's going to be like. So that's fine. I just have to accept it.
It's gonna feel like that because you are really good at fight choreography and you have a very high standard for yourself.
I have a very high standard for myself. That's true.
I'm pretty sure if somebody like me, who really only has a passing familiarity with fight choreography, were
and
watching
is not allowed to learn more.
Oh yeah, no, not allowed. Strictly forbidden. Although I've figured out a few things myself.
Wow.
Do you want to know how to do stage combat, Shoshi? I'll tell you the Cubby method.
Ooh, I would love to learn the Cubby method. Please tell me.
Okay, so I've noticed that what's really confusing is that like you're supposed to react to the hit you're given. That's really confusing because then you got to know a lot of different ways to react. That's hard.
Sure. Yeah.
It's much simpler to only ever react one way to any attack.
And if you figured out the perfect reaction, then it's fine. It works for every single fight move.
I basically took every fight move I could think of and I averaged them out and I found the one fight move that will work for every circumstance.
Oh my gosh, I really want to know this.
It's really simple.
Oh.
What you do is you turn your head to the right really fast, like you were just smacked. And here's the thing. Different hits make different sounds, right?
That's true.
But life happens so fast. We usually, like when we're watching something, we just kind of fill in the blanks with what we think happened rather than what we actually observed.
True.
So as you turn your head quickly to the right, always to the right, a lot of people are like, but what if I'm punched from the other direction? It doesn't matter. It averages out this way. You yell sound effect.
Cubby, that's brilliant.
And then people's memories fill in the right sound effect, or they're not good enough to watch my fight choreography.
Like, I don't see any flaw in this.
No,
I have no notes. Zero notes.
If there's any flaw, it's brought by the audience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's their fault.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Like, there is no flaw. There is no fault. But I want it to be understood that if you think there's a fault, it's a false fault that was brought in by the audience not being a good enough audience for what I do.
I mean, I can do nothing but sit in awe of your genius.
Yeah, like as an actor, I've figured out that there is a perfect performance for everything.
We all know that.
But people are always like, oh, but what if they don't get it?
That's on them.
Well, then why did they get the ticket? That's what I say.
You said it. You said it.
My job isn't to pander to the audience, to only make decisions that they'll understand. That's incredibly limiting to me.
Yeah.
An artist. I'd prefer to challenge the audience and force them to grow. You know how all
Yes.
good growth happens because somebody like punches you and says, "Now grow."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, forced growth.
The further you hit a plant down into the earth, the further it will grow up.
It's like rhubarbs in the dark.
Right. You got to stress them out a little bit.
Yeah, you have to break their spirits first.
Yeah.
And then you're free to do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once you have no soul, you're free to do whatever you want.
Oh my goodness. I should maybe start an acting college.
Yeah.
This is really good stuff.
I mean, sign me up.
Well, it's a good thing I've only told you, Shoshi.
Kubi Utubuli's acting school.
Ooh, I like how you chose one vowel and stuck with it.
Just like one stage combat move. And you
I like how you chose one vowel and stuck with it.
Stick with it. Yeah.
Wow. Am I just getting better and better at acting and teaching acting as I just sit here?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Being
I'm blowing my own mind.
Yeah, like being in your own presence is improving yourself.
I'm such a good teacher. That I'm like, it's like flowers for Algernon, but like for acting ability. Like I got this thing in my brain and I just keep getting better at acting to the point where it like I can no longer connect to other human beings because they're so beneath me.
Yeah.
Acting wise.
Yeah. I think you did it, Cubby. I think you solved acting.
Yep. Well, I mean, yes, but right now we're just talking about me solving fight choreography.
You're right. It's just a small part of acting.
But at least it's still a secret. Now, don't tell anyone. If this gets out, I might lose. Somebody might open an acting school and teach my secret methods.
No, I would never tell anyone. It's because we're not live right now, right?
I mean,
we
were live right now at a time when even we didn't know we were live, that would be some kind of clandestine presentation.
Some sort of enigma performance.
Some sort of subterfugious fuging.
Some sort of subliminal theatrical event.
Some kind of synonym for secret, synonym for show.
What? That would make this the secret show.
Wait a minute, I almost found the clip. Oh wait, I gotta back up again because I'm old.
I'm staying in it.
Oh, it's labeled.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. As comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go.
we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-da-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be
But
afraid.
every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Joshi. We did it!
Us.
Amazing! So, as you can see, I'm no longer in Philadelphia. It was a lovely. I know I'm not next to you, Cubby.
What? Joshi? Joshi?
I'm here. I'm
Joshi?
here, but I'm not there.
When? When did you leave?
Like yesterday?
What?
Yeah.
How did I notice?
I was really sneaky.
Oh, that sounds unlikely.
Yeah, I'm pretty noisy.
Yeah, was I being like supremely oblivious?
I think it's more that you're just used to the noise that I make, and so you're like, oh, it's just Joshi being Joshi.
It doesn't sound like me to be oblivious.
No.
Or self-obsessed. I would never be self-obsessed enough to be oblivious. No, it can't be whatever you said. I wasn't listening.
You're right again.
You must still be in Philadelphia. I'll find you somewhere around here.
You
Perhaps
got me.
You're in this inhaler carrying case. You are not.
No. Wouldn't it be crazy if I was, though?
That would be so crazy.
That would be crazy.
On so many levels, because I don't think you could fit in a small pocket-sized case.
No, and if I could, why have I been hiding that skill?
Yeah, that seems really, really... What's like a softer word for useful?
Convenient?
Just like not actually useful, but you would find occasional use for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like an okay skill to have.
Yeah. Reasonable. And you can also tell that I'm in my car because I am understudying for Hippolyta today, so I'm doing show from the car, and my craft will be putting on my makeup for the show.
How are you going to play Hippolyta in your car? This show.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
It's a 2-show day. 2-show day. 2-show day.
2-show day. 2-show day.
2-show day. Got 2 shows today. Do you also have 2 shows today?
No.
Nice.
No, I've just got this, and then I think I'll pack some stuff up.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm quite behind on moving.
You're a wizard is never behind. They're always in front.
But Peter, you are aware that I am not a wizard.
Oh, yes. Cubby, I just want you to portray a wizard for the duration of the film.
Oh, but how will I know where to stand?
Someone will tell you.
And how will I know what to say?
It'll be written down in a script.
Oh, we can just keep it on scripts for the night.
No, there would be no scripts on the day. No scripts on the day, for that would ruin the illusion, you see.
Why did we turn a monologue into a dialogue?
Because we're geniuses.
Well, that's how.
But not why.
But not why.
But not why. I'm going to attempt to, do a thing with my hair, but I may end up hating it and then taking it out again.
Wow. I gotta say, there are some pretty good quotes already that we've dropped today.
In the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. That's accurate. Very accurate. Drive-by monologuing. I don't hate that idea. Oh, wait. No, that's not drive-by act. That's something else.
That sounds like a lover's quarrel between the Fae.
Yeah, that sounds like some sort of god tier level interaction there.
Well, I'm glad that's not going on, because if that were happening, all of nature would be in disarray. There would be snow in the spring. It'd be madness.
Yeah. And it would be I forget that line. It's so good. We are their parents and originators?
Oh, I think you're correct.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. I have listened to the to Midsummer from backstage many, many times, but I still don't have the whole play completely memorized. But
Well,
you've taught it and directed it for kids, so you actually probably know it way better than me.
I mean, a shortened version, and I don't retain things well.
Dude, I don't hate how that looks.
Hey,
The other
there's a
side.
new switch.
A new
I
switch?
just switched it. I just switched a new toggle.
What did it do?
I don't know. Nothing
Ooh.
so far.
Ooh.
But perhaps we'll be surprised by something.
Did the toggle say do not toggle?
Yeah, and now it says, please do not toggle this again.
Wait. Okay. Whoa! That's a cool toggle.
That's the toggle I toggled.
Whoa, I didn't know you could do that.
I think it's new.
That's cool.
I can't read that at all, though.
No, it's very tiny.
It's very tiny. So we're going to have to continue to highlight comments.
Yeah. Because that's way too tiny. Unless, like, someone's got unless someone's, like, casting this to a big screen TV, I don't think anyone's going to be able to read that. And if you're casting this to a big screen TV, like, good on you.
I'm not saying we work better on a small screen, but if you're casting this to a big screen TV, you should probably, like, stand a good distance away from that television just to compensate.
We are too powerful for mortal eyes.
Cool, we're all going over Bene Gesserits.
Yeah. I don't hate how that looks.
I don't hate how it looks either. We should...
Yeah, that looks all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks rather... All right, I'm going to fix it up a little bit.
Ooh, I like your SAG-AFTRA.
Oh, yeah. That's from when I marched.
Nice.
Yeah. Gotta wear my t-shirt.
That'll be a great brag when we're no longer allowed to, meet in public places anymore.
Yeah. When we're not allowed to have unions anymore.
I know there's a lot of worries about a slippery slope into fascism, but I do gotta say, like, it's also been a great reminder this week that the people who want the worst for us are really dumb and bad at what they do.
Yeah. That's usually the case with fascism. Like,
oh, yeah, because nobody who's smart is fascist.
Yeah, like, the Nazis really wanted you to think that those trains ran on time. They did not.
The trains never ran on time.
No, they were very inefficient.
They were worse.
Yeah, way worse.
But people kept saying, well, at least the trains are running on time. And that fooled people who were dumb enough to believe what some random person had said over the information they gather through their own senses.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh, yeah, that's why you have to look away. Yes, that's right. Yes. Keep saying that. That's why I haven't been cast on television or film yet.
It's too dangerous.
They're afraid of my beauty.
They're afraid of what you could do.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm kind of liking this little hair vibe I've got going on.
Excellent.
Yeah, I just want to do something a little more like Greek, I guess, like classical, because they're doing the play like.
I thought this was like a show for kids, though.
It is.
You can't be more, Greek
Right.
on that kind of show.
More Athenian.
Oh, we're talking about yogurt, right?
Yes.
I was
as well. Yeah, because the show they set it in like pseudo ancient Athens.
Yeah,
which is fun. It's fun to set it like actually in the time period that supposedly Shakespeare set it in. All right, good. That looks pretty good. And it's fine if it's a little messy because she's been fighting a battle.
Okay, so I saw this comment.
Yeah.
And I thought VLF was responding to that comment when she said kitty, which implies that Kitty Chaos is an artifact that was created through the overwhelmed processors of us appearing on big screen. But Kitty had just joined the comment before, which makes more sense. But I also wanted Kitty to hear the theory that she's not real. She's just a digital artifact that was created by processors overwhelmed by awesomeness.
Yeah, I mean, an argument could and should be made. All right, I'm just dropping stuff all over the place here.
I mean, I know I don't exist, but that's different. I'm just less real than other people.
They don't matter.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like a real person.
Wait, what? Yeah, they don't matter. It's fine.
I will destroy you for this.
Right.
God, I love that sketch.
I know.
It really shouldn't work on any level.
Yeah, it shouldn't work. And then
it does.
And then it does.
I mean, it's no skeleton dance. Oh, right. There is.
That makes sense.
I forgive you because you didn't know what you were doing. But yeah, I think if I'm anyone's imaginary friend, it might be Fog.
Yep. It's true. That's just science.
I think that's already been done, though.
Is there a reason it can't be done again? We still need copper ingots.
Yeah, I feel like Yelp is not going to be preserved quite as efficiently as Cuneiform.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
You would need to have to sell worse ingots than that guy.
Who?
Hey, Shoshi,
Yes, Cubby.
Your worst nightmare is coming true.
Oh no. Please don't. Oh no. I'm making it up as I go. Hui. Yes. This I agree with. Finally, I know our purpose in life.
I mean, I'm no Moriarty Montalban, but I get around.
I'm no Moriarty Montalban, but I play one on TV. That's funny because it's true.
Twitch.tv.
There we go. I did a little bit of research into the possible makeup that the people of this time period and location would be wearing. So I'm trying to do a little bit of that. Because they theorize that the
and
Amazons,
yet you're not half binding.
Yeah. The Amazons that they were probably referring to were probably the steppe people, Russia, Mongolia area. They think, yeah. So.
Wait, are you a Mongol?
Not quite.
Is it the Mongol horde in Midsummer Night's Dream?
Sort of.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Not quite that location, but close. So that's fun. Yeah, so I looked up some sort of makeup that they would have worn there. And not too heavy, but just a little hint of it, Just for funsies. All right, that's good. I got to keep an eye on the time, too.
Oh.
Okay, I'm good. I got 15 more minutes. And then I gets to go. And hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to run through this fight a few times. If not, I know people there have my back. They want the show to go well. In theory. They don't want me to fail. I'll put that on later. Yeah. That's fine. That'll work. Yeah. Do we want to try and do some trivia before I have to go?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Do you have trivia?
Oh shoot, no I don't.
Well, I do!
Hooray! You've saved us all!
Yay! Cubby's not a liability.
Cubby's an asset.
Oh,
Emphasis on ass.
Well, yeah.
You put the ass in asset. That's really good. I'm going to remember that.
So, okay. I know I've been using Stage 2 a lot, but I left that in a bag in my car.
Hell yeah.
So I don't have that right here. So I grabbed the few trivia decks that I had up here in my room that I did not recently pack up and bring over to the house.
Hell yeah.
Which means we have a choice between, considering it's almost Halloween, I've got Christmas trivia.
Nice.
Jots and Tittles.
Oh, yeah.
Mormon trivia.
Ooh.
The Women's Game, which is one of my beloved Axlan decks, and is... let's just say their copy editing was not quite at Trivial Pursuit levels. Oh, well, since I'm referring to them as Axlan, I should say, their copy editing was not quite at the Horn and Hard Art. Oh, no, that's the Horn Abbott levels. Or
nice.
Book Lovers trivia.
Ooh.
Which might be a nice little intro.
Maybe. What are Jots and Tittles? That's Mormon, right?
Aye.
Maybe let's do that one. I remember it being really bad.
Oh, yes. Very bad. Now, this does not have a super handy holder, so we're going to do all of the questions and then all of the answers.
Perfect.
What was the love fruit mentioned in Genesis that had a pleasant taste and odor and supposedly ensured conception?
Oh. Whoa. That. What? The love fruit. In Genesis, you say?
Yeah. That's what they say. Reminds me that there is a lot of Genesis.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people only remember just the very first section of the book, and then a bunch of other stuff happens in there.
Yeah, but a bunch of other stuff happened. I'm gonna go with, well, okay, so the fruit of the good and evil it's never actually specified what kind of fruit it is.
Mm-hmm.
It came to be an apple later, but early on people thought it was a quince. I'm gonna go with pomegranate. I feel like pomegranate's always been kind of a sensual, sexy fruit.
I was thinking pomegranate as well, because I can't remember the name of that one. Well, I don't think it produces a leaf, a fruit. There's that one leaf that was very popular in ancient Greece. It was, oh no, that was known for its conceptive.
Yes, and they
and it also flavored meat wonderfully. And it had a heart-shaped leaf, which is where we get the heart shape from.
Oh, yeah, and that was the one that, like, they ate it, used it to extinction, right?
Supposedly, but like, not really.
Oh.
Now, there's a reason it hasn't, like, skyrocketed, which is because it has an incredibly narrow hospitable range.
Oh. Like, you can only grow in certain areas and conditions?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that might have had, but there are some, I have heard there are some researchers that believe they have identified a still growing leaf as that. although it was thought to be consumed to extinction a long time ago.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. That's but yeah, I'm gonna go with pomegranate. I feel like whenever I read about like sexy fruits, that's like the number one.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, most people really only know the Phil Collins era of Genesis, which is why I love making, because they were full prog.
They were so prog, and then he turned into this like
prog.
Totally different thing.
I made an observation.
Fascinating.
I made a witticism about prog that I think actually might be accurate. But I was talking with someone about prog, and I was like, it occurs to me that there are pop songs with science fiction, dystopian elements, stuff like that. But the difference is that they trim the backstory to just what you need. And prog kind of wants to explain it all, either through words or music.
That's true. I've been listening to Prince's, you can make an argument it's a prog rock album.
I mean, it's Prince. He was a master of genre.
Yeah.
Musical genre. He was such a master of musical genre, he had to, like, invent pseudonyms to write under.
Yeah.
Because he made awesome party rock songs, but that wasn't his brand.
Did you ever hear that story about when Dave Grohl went over to his house to jam with him?
No.
Oh, it's great. So, like, Prince is like, yeah, you want to come over and, like, jam with me? And he's like, hell yeah, I do. And then, like, he's on the drums, and then he, like, picks up a guitar and, like, freaking wails on the guitar in an insane way. And then Prince is like, oh, wait, you know what? I have something on the bass. Picks up the bass, freaking plays the bass, like, the best bass playing Yvette he's ever seen in his life. And then he's like, actually, let me hop on the drums for a second. Plays the drums like a freaking genius. And Dave Grohl's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then they never jammed again.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, he could just, like, play every single instrument. Wild. Wild, I say. Ooh, that one got really
okay.
That's okay. All right, I gotta go.
Wait, quick! What year did Brigham Young die?
Oh wait, what year?
Yeah.
He never died. He's still alive and living in Utah.
Oh, I missed one. We've only asked one question so far. Sorry.
Oh.
Do you want me to speed through these questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Which I guess what I mean is, do you have time for me to speed through these questions, or do you need to go sooner? I think
so. That? Yeah. Let's try. Okay.
What selection from the New Testament printed in the Deseret alphabet?
Ooh.
Both of those words are capitalized. Appeared in the Deseret News.
Oh, whew. You might have to read that question again. There's so much going on there.
It's so much to go on, but it's also like, what selection from the New Testament printed in the Deseret alphabet appeared in the Deseret News? I'm just going to guess it's the resurrection, because, like...
That seems...
That's the good news, right?
Yeah, that seems like that's what the answer would be. Yeah.
What two instructions did Jesus give to her parents after raising the daughter of Jairus?
God.
That's super easy.
Oh.
Do not feed her after midnight and do not get her wet.
Okay.
Also, no sunlight.
Right. That makes sense.
But you forgot to say that one out loud. What did non-members call the members of the church in Helaman's day?
The weirdos?
I'm going to call them the Mayos, the Helaman's Mayos.
Oh, that's a good guess. Yeah.
What's another name for the Dead Sea?
The still trying to make it, see? Doing the best it can, see?
I think it's Charles.
Charles.
Nobody ever calls it Charles.
No. So sad.
Mandrake is the love fruit.
Really? Not what I would have suspected.
Brigham Young died in 1877. The Sermon on the Mount was in the Deseret News.
Okay.
Jesus raised this daughter and then says, "Tell no one and get her something to eat, yo." I added the yo. I just felt it was appropriate. Like, she's been dead for a while. Get her a snack.
We weren't far off.
Oh, apparently back in Helaman's day, members of the church were called Christians.
Oh. Huh.
And the Dead Sea can also be called the Salt Sea.
Ah, somebody got that.
Oh, yay. We know such smart people.
Yeah. All right. I got to run. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for letting me drop in and drop out again.
So glad you could tune in with us.
Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. All right. I love you so much. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye, Shoshi. We will miss you. Oh, I didn't mean to take up the whole screen. Oh, I guess because... Oh, hey. There, now I'm not taking up the whole screen. Ooh. Okay. So, we've still got an hour. I don't know if we're going to see Mab. I believe she already messaged and said she wasn't going to be able to make it. Kitty, if you would love to join, I would love to hang out with you. But as for what we're all going to do, I think we're just going to do some trivia for a little while. Hello! Honestly, I want to do another card of Jots and Tittles. But like maybe just one more and then we'll move on to something that like I can get through a whole question and know like all of the words and what it's asking, which is pretty rare with this deck, which is what I love about it. Oh, Kalito. Oh, messages. Oh! Kitty, it's been a really long time, and I literally forgot how everything works, because Shoshi's been doing that. I'm just gotta, like, open up my Facebook, which will only take another minute or so, I think. Oh my, computers really aren't working so well anymore. And again, sorry, Kitty. I'm just like really dumb is my secret. Don't tell anyone, except I think everyone already knows. What tribe had a claim on the alms of the people at feast times? Which tribe had a claim on the alms of the people at feast times? Which, I'm just going to say it one more time. I do not Ooh. No. So I don't know the names of any of the tribes of Israel, and it sounds like to answer this question, you would have to know at the very least one name of a tribe of Israel. But the question is, which tribe had a claim on the alms of the people at feast times? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's Mormon trivia. So, and it's the OT, which is the Old Testament. That makes sense. So they get the alms of the people at feast time in return. All right. What does the acronym LDSSA? Oh my goodness. Kitty.
Hello.
It makes a sound when people pop in.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I saw it was you, it's yesterday's night, I realized I think you missed the point when we mentioned it was Mormon trivia. So, yeah. Yikes is right. Okay, that is a good guess. I mean, obviously, LDS is Latter-day Saints. I'm going to assume A is association. So I'm going to say it's the Latter-day Saints Safety Association. It's basically the Utah OSHA. For a split second, all of those words made it feel like I was having a stroke.
The Utah
OSHA just sounds like I tried to say like real words, and that's what's came out. I mean, no slight on OSHA or
Jesus.
I was gonna say Utah, but some slight on Utah. Not the name. No slight on the name of Utah, but some slight on the people of Utah.
There's a lot of cool stuff in Utah.
Yeah.
Geologically speaking.
I have to say the name Palubinskas for this next card.
Palubinskas.
Palubinskas.
I support you saying that.
Eddie Palubinskas. What distinction did Eddie Palubinskas of the Australian basketball team achieve at the 1976 Montreal Olympics?
This is Mormon?
I'm guessing Eddie Polubinskas was of the Mormon persuasion.
Okay. What did he achieve? What was that again?
Yeah, what did he achieve at the 1976 Montreal Olympics?
First white guy to slam dunk.
That is like exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say first slam dunk in the Olympics. You know what? I'm going with it. I think Kitty is right. I think Eddie Polubinskas. Whoa, did you ever see Eddie Polubinskas slam dunk at the Olympics back in 76? Let me tell you. Oh, they were not seeing that coming. Just
I hate to assume that Eddie Polubinskas is a white guy, but I'm pretty sure.
What? What was your clue? The name Polubinskas, or that he was Australian?
Oh, I missed the Australian part. I thought he was from Utah. I don't know. There's black people in Australia.
Yeah, but they don't get selected for the Australian Olympics.
Oh.
Just ask Ray Gunn about that.
Oh.
Did you see the breakdancer at the Olympics, the last Olympics? Ray Gunn?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I knew Ray Gunn sounded familiar. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't let the black people represent them, even when it would be the right choice.
Oh, Australia.
Which is why it took till 1976 for there to be a slam dunk at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was... Oh, there's a woman who did a one-woman show about that whole thing, and Ray Gunn, the professor of breakdancing, who tried to sue them into oblivion to stop it. But they just, took away anything that was actionable. Like they weren't allowed to use Ray Gun because she's copywritten that.
Wow. Man, there's a lot to unpack there. For a second, I thought maybe she's just a funny lady, like I don't know. I forgot what she actually did after that whole fiasco. If she tried to capitalize off of it or something.
Like she mostly slunk away in embarrassment, I think, but not nearly slunk away and not nearly embarrassed enough.
Yeah.
Hence the term Aboriginal. But it's not a question of whether black people live in Australia, Giancarlo. It's a question of whether they're allowed to represent the country. Yeah.
Which,
also,
clearly Ray Gunn is not the best breakdancer in Australia.
I would hope so. I would assume so. I would, yeah, it just has to be true.
Mm-hmm.
But for the next question. Sorry. Political history. It's an interesting thing. I love bringing up. It's one of my favorite facts. The difference between a language and a dialect. Kitty, do you know what the difference between a language and a dialect is?
Well, I mean, a dialect can be within a language.
Yes, but do you know when a dialect becomes a language of its own?
Oh, No, I don't.
Well, the important thing to know is that it is not a linguistic distinction. It is a political one.
Oh.
Because it's when they have an army is when a dialect becomes a language.
Wow.
In fact, in linguistics, there's a saying that a language is a dialect with an army. Which is why we consider the Northern European languages that all blend together in the Laplands region to be distinct languages, even though any person from any country can fully converse, an understandable thing. And yet, Mandarin and Cantonese are considered Chinese dialects, despite sharing no words, origins, or syntax, anything. They're as different as languages can be.
Right. But they have the same army, so they're just dialects.
Exactly. One of them
did not know that.
One of them has an army and the other one does not. So only one is really a language. It's good to know that like it's not a linguistic distinction.
Mm-hmm.
But also, this is a great opportunity for It's Yesterday's Night, because the next question is, what is the complete name for the last book in the New Testament? Because it's usually shortened to just the one word, but it's the Revelations of... And then I forget the exact phrasing.
Yeah, I had the Revelations part, but I don't remember the rest.
I think the Revelations of St. Paul? Oh, the Revelation... Oh, it's John? I thought it was John. Paul. Keep in mind, I'm dumb. Ooh, that sounds very believable. I'm going with the Revelation of the Daleks. And now, finally, an easy question.
Ooh.
Oh, the Revelation of John of Patmos. If that's not what's on the card, then it should be.
John of Patmos.
They don't anymore. And the fact is, if they had succeeded, there's a chance we would consider Southern English a different language, even though, like, AAVE is considered a dialect, even though it's a more complex language than standard English.
Is American English and British English considered different languages?
They're considered dialects. That's probably the best example, but you know, colonialism, like the whole point of the American experiment was to impose English. I mean, one part of it was to impose English on the land.
But separate armies.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. The exception that probes the rule, as it were. Oh, okay. Well, at least I wasn't, like, completely off my rocker with that. Okay, see, that is just excellent work. And the fact is, like, I mean, we all know that the Shakespearean accent was preserved in the Appalachians. That's how they talked in Elizabethan England. What we consider the English accent did not exist until the 19th century.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 18th. No, 19th, right?
I don't know.
All right. What prophet did Abinadi quote to the priests of King Noah?
Abinadi.
Abinadi to the priests of King Noah. I said Abinadi to the priests of King Noah. Isn't that one of the more obscure verses of They All Laughed?
Yeah.
They all laughed at Abinadi, quoting to the priests of Noah. I'm just going to say Ezekiel. He's one of the big prophets.
What should I put on the back of this?
Ooh.
It's got sparkles on this side.
That looks really good.
Yeah. And then nothing back here. Vote in the chat what I should put on the back of this. It's a bookmark. Okay, back to the prophets.
I'm gonna say stripes.
Stripes. Okay.
I like stripes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You've got stripes right now.
Yeah. It's also not a bad movie. Pretty funny.
Oh my God. I tried to watch it recently and it's bad.
You got it. You do have to have a high tolerance for Bill Murray's smarmy character, because that might be his like smarmiest role.
The misogyny.
Oh, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
So bad. I don't think I could even finish it. I think I was like, no, I'm done. Or maybe I watched it all. I don't know. I can't remember. But I also didn't see it as a kid, so I didn't have like nostalgic love for it. I just like a friend of mine was like, "Oh my God, you haven't seen Stripes? I love that movie so much. Let's watch it." And I was like, "Oh," and it hurt even more because I love Bill Murray and
Howard Ramis.
Egon.
and one of the girls is PJ Souls.
And
she's awesome. I love PJ Souls.
Yeah, it sucked to watch her be relegated to a second-class citizen.
Yeah. Well, okay, I don't PJ Souls, but honestly, unless we're talking about Rock and Roll High School, she's never given a role worthy of her. Yeah. That's like the one time they were like, "Oh, let's let PJ just take lead," and it's delightful.
I don't remember who she was in it or anything.
She was one of the two MPs that they seduce.
Okay, so her and Sean something.
Yeah, I forget who the other one was.
The lady from she's Ray Finkel and a replicant.
Oh, Sean Young?
Yeah.
I did not realize that was Sean Young.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So sad to watch her be such a fucking dingus. Oops, I said it.
What a wait. They had PJ Souls and Sean Young and they just wasted them as giggly girls.
It was gross. I couldn't. I'm so sad for that movie.
You know what? I now realize I have not seen Stripes since I was a child. I might not like that if I were to rewatch it. Despite the fact that, like, I love that John Candy gets to play a little bit outside that type he always gets cast in movies where he's just the nice guy, like, because he's such a good actor, and I love to see him getting a chance to play a character, you know?
Yeah. So I know I said I watched it recently. When I say recently, I mean like as an adult. So like more like 10 years ago.
I was gonna say when you said recently, I assumed sometime in the past 10 years or so.
Yeah.
That's enough. It's because you were saying like with the perspective of adulthood, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's only one question left on the card.
Okay.
Yes, it was a movie a very, very long time ago. It's actually well, it's one of the few movies Harold Ramis acted in without directing.
Yeah, circa Ghostbusters.
Yeah. On the day of Pentecost, the disciples of Jesus found themselves in what city?
The day of the Pentecost. I'm very familiar with the word Pentecost and Pentecostal because I used to go to church as a kid, but I have no idea what it means.
I believe
Something to do with Easter?
I believe it's the reception of the Holy Spirit. So the day of Pentecost would be the day the apostles started speaking in tongues. When they were first like fully touched by I think It's Yesterday's Night will correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm quite confident. I'm gonna guess it was. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing via left. Like, just it's Jerusalem, right? It was a big crowd. It was a big moment. So they were in the big city. Oh, heck yeah.
Yay.
I frankly wasn't that confident, but it made sense. Honestly, it was also like, what event in the New Testament, in the Bible, could be considered the day of Pentecost? I'm like, that one works. Oh, snap. It's Yesterday's Night. You were correct. The tribe of Levi. LDSSA stands for Latter-day Saint Student Association. Oh, so Eddie Balubenskas was the high scorer of the Olympic Games. The exact phrasing they went for the full name of the last book of the New Testament was the Revelation of St. John the Divine.
Oh.
Isaiah.
Can I just say real quick that had me suddenly picturing Divine as John hanging out with Jesus and the other apostles.
Let me tell you, I would love to watch like a Last Temptation
of Divine
movie, but Divine is. I think Divine should play Peter Simon. Divine would probably want to play Judas because
that's what I was
gonna role, but like, there's no wrong role for Divine.
Right, it's true.
So it was the prophet Isaiah, and they were in Jerusalem on the day of the Pentecost.
Hey.
Well, because also, like, I think the reason Divine can't play Judas is because Judas played it way too subtly.
Oh, yeah.
Divine would barge in and point at Jesus and be like, "That's the one! Take him away!"
Divine can play Pontius Pilate then.
Oh, Divine would be such a Divine Pontius Pilate.
Yeah.
Oh. Jesus Christ Superstar or just a straight passion play. Either way. Golden choice. Thank you, Kitty.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's maybe as much Mormon trivia as we can.
Ooh, yeah, we made it through.
We made it through 2 cards, and that's a lot. And we should reward ourselves with book lovers trivia.
Okay.
Because we love books, and also this, like, came out in, like, the aughts. So it's also just outdated enough to be really, you'd think like, oh, how much turnover is there in the book world? So much. So much. It's so forgettable. There are these trends that pop up and take over and then just disappear. It's not all vampires.
That's all books were allowed to be about in the 2000s.
Yeah, but that, like, we remember. There's also other weirder trends that just... What Elizabeth Enright classic? I've never heard of Elizabeth Enright. I'm already lost, and I love it. What Elizabeth Enright classic sends Portia and Julian to a deserted resort community on the shores of a forgotten body of water? I'm going to say East of Eden, because that's very funny to have based the Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd fetish comedy on.
Wait, Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd fetish comedy. Is this a comedy that is about fetishes starring Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd, or is this a comedy that's about a fetish of Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd? Like my fetish is Rosie O'Donnell and Dan Aykroyd.
An excellent question. I also said the wrong name. I said East of Eden, which is a John Steinbeck classic. It's something, East of something. But it's a comedy where they play in detectives who have to infiltrate a fetish community.
Oh.
And Exit to Eden. Thank you, Bonnie Gesserit.
I vaguely remember that movie existing. I don't think I saw it, but I kind of remember the trailers for it.
Yes. I mean, that was like in a lot of the trailers. I think it was maybe the only good gag they had.
I'd watch it.
That would be really fun to do, like a content watch with like an expert in human sexuality to talk about like accuracy and what's being represented well or not, stuff like I would love to watch that with Dr. Timmery Lee, who is a Philadelphia burlesque performer and sexologist. What name did Jem and Scott use to address their father in To Kill a Mockingbird?
Wow, it's been so long since I read that.
Right? It's, oh man.
Huh?
It's iconic. It's so iconic. And I can't remember. Atticus.
Atticus.
They call him by his first name, Atticus. Thank you, VLF.
Atticus is such a good name.
It is a good name. Yeah. What mystery writer set out to chronicle the year following her 77th birthday in Time to Be Earnest, but ended up with a full autobiography? Oh, yeah. Atticus Finch is just such a good name to say. It's just such a good name. I mean, the answer is very sad. It's because he died before we were able to get the Jim Varney Importance of Being Earnest.
Oh.
Which is also like great because there's no way he could handle the dialect work. It would have to be readapted to the South, which frankly, like, I don't know. He was not a bad actor and not a bad comedic actor. That might have been good.
Somebody was planning it, I'm sure.
Like, you know what? I probably got to rewatch that sometime. But that Beverly Hillbillies movie was pretty all right. Like, I mean, because he was always been a solid performer, and then what's his name plays the boy, and he's funny as heck. And then Lily Tomlin was Mrs. Hathaway. And I remember her killing it with that, because she was like just lusting over Jethro in the best, funniest way possible.
Yeah, that deserves a rewatch.
I also do not at all know what mystery writer wrote Time to Be Earnest.
VLF guest Christie, I'm assuming Agatha Christie. That sounds like a good enough answer to me.
You know, I thought that, but it seemed like too good. I was like, does it have to be somebody more honored, more modern?
Janet Ivanovich.
Ooh.
But also when she was 77.
That is a great argument for Agatha Christie. What European nation is the setting for the final days of the English Patient's title character?
Who was in The English Patient, the movie? Oh, we're talking about books. I shouldn't be trying to cheat by thinking of the movie.
I'm thinking of the movie because it's a great movie and I've seen it. Isn't that Ralph Fiennes?
Yes, I could see his face, but I couldn't remember his name. Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, well, because it all takes place in him recounting. So, like, was that Egypt?
Are you thinking of The Prince of Egypt? Because Ralph Fiennes was also in that.
No, I remember. Okay, so it's hazy. I remember loving it, but I remember it's very dry. And I remember there's a Sikh character, and there's a beautiful scene where he undoes his turban and the full length of his hair is revealed. But I believe, I don't know if they were in like the Indian subcontinent or if he was all, because there were people, everyone was like displaced. It was wartime and stuff.
I never actually saw it. I'm once again going based off just the trailers that I remember from that time.
You know what? I'll say India then. I don't know. And we'll move on to the next one. Who's written 55 books under her own name and 77 as Stephanie James, Amanda Glass, Amanda Quick, Jane Taylor, Jane Bentley, or Jane Castle?
That's a lot of books to write and then not want to give yourself credit for. But I guess when you've written that many books, you're like, I could give this to some fictional person.
Yeah, and it also could be like a series writer, or I don't know, maybe it's Judy Blume. And like, they're like, hey, I wrote this great sexy book, and the publisher was like, we can't use your name. That's not the right crowd for sexy books. Well, Chuck Tingle is a very mysterious individual, but he's always been pretty straightforward about being masculine identifying.
I worked in a bookstore in the 2000s. I don't know why I'm coming up blank here.
Yeah, like I remember that happening. So it probably wasn't Judy Blume because she did publish it that under her name. Like that was just a few years ago, but that was kind of like a good example, because if you're known for kids' books, sometimes they just don't let you And there's only one question left on the card. What horror writer received instant acclaim in 1984 for his debut 3-volume book? Oh, sorry, 3-volume Books of Blood series. And Kitty, it would not surprise me at all if you knew the answer to that.
Say the beginning again.
What horror writer received instant acclaim in 1984 for his debut 3-volume Books of Blood series?
My first instinct is Stephen King, if we're talking about horror writers in the 80s.
But debut in 84, and we know Stephen King was well established.
Oh, okay.
And there are only a couple other names that are as well known that are that level in horror, and it's one of them.
Clive Barker.
Boom.
Ah.
Yep. The original version of Candyman was in there. And I think a couple other movies he made.
I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately, and the actor whose name I can't remember for some reason that played Candyman pops up as bit characters in all over Star Trek. So I've been seeing Tony Todd. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, you know
Love
what?
him.
If you're doing a deep dive on a character actor, it's so
Jeffrey
great to
Combs.
pepper in their Star Trek appearances, because a lot of them were like some of the there's so many actors. Some of their best performances are one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I love the actor Garrett Graham, and I think his best performance ever is in a Voyager episode.
Which one? Who is that?
He's the Q that wants to kill himself.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Right? It's such a good episode. And like, he's holding his own against Jonathan Frakes. John Delancey.
John Delancey. Yeah.
Well, no small feat. But also the line, I mean, Delancey gets it, but the line, "We've all been the Scarecrow," is just incredible. Oh, yeah, that's right. Frakes shows up to be the Thing because they were like, we have Q, so let's get another guest star. I recently had a young boy tell me that I remind him of Q.
Oh,
and I'm like,
that's
well,
a
that's
great
a compliment. So let's talk answers, friends. Gone Away Lake. Never heard of it. That's Portia and Julian go to a resort community on the shores of a forgotten body of water. A book by Elizabeth Enright. Atticus. P.D. James was the mystery writer.
All
Italy.
right.
They were in Italy in The English Patient. I should have known that. Well, because it was the war, but I thought they were in Northern Africa, honestly. Jane Ann Krentz.
I don't recognize her.
Well, she's written 55 books under her name and 77 as list of names. And of course,
are they old lady mystery novels?
They're probably old lady mystery novels.
Yeah.
And of course, Clive Barker. We are all of us books of blood, and where we're opened, we're read.
Damn, that's good. Who said that? Clive Barker?
Yeah, Clive Barker, he's got a good sense of drama. I'll give him that.
The deserts of Italy.
Yeah. It seemed very arid when I watched it.
Oh, hello.
What author sent the Snark Out Boys to battle the Avocado of Death and the Baconburg Horror? I don't know. I can't remember. And I have read the Snark Out Boys and the Avocado of Death.
This is a comedy, I'm assuming.
Yes, it's like a young reader's book, so it's kind of comedic and wacky. Sideways stories from Wayside School kind of thing, but maybe like a year after you've read that. Yeah, the actual title of the books was The Snark Out Boys and the Avocado of Death, and then I assume The Snark Out Boys and the Baconburg Horror.
And we're looking for the author?
Yeah, they want the author's name.
Eesh, I don't know. Louis Sachar?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Although I think if they had... Yeah, I don't know. I picked up the book because it was a wacky title at like a library book sale, and it was fine.
Why do you think you need to be there? Diego is climbing around on top of my precariously stacked craft supplies.
Okay, this next one, I know somebody's going to get. What refrain from Young E. Allison's sea shanty, Derelict, echoes throughout Treasure Island?
The name of the sea shanty is Derelict?
Yes, although I've usually seen it's written The Derelict, but...
And what refrain gets repeated throughout?
Well, we're halfway there. It's Yesterday's Night. But the full refrain is 15 men on a dead man's chest.
Yes, I had it like in the corner of my mind and I just couldn't dig it out.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
15 men on a dead man's chest.
Ho ho, and a bottle of rum. We wrapped them all in a mainsail tight, then twice 10 turns of the hawser's bight, then heaved them over and out of sight. With a yo-heave-ho and a fare-thee-well and a sudden plunge in the sullen swell, 10 fathoms deep on the road to hell.
Yeah.
Look, the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes had 4 sequels and a sequel cartoon, but no prequel.
Oh my god, I forgot about the cartoon.
I didn't. I saw an opportunity to bring it up. That's the only reason I made a snarky comment. That was very funny, Bunny Deseret. What tuneful title did Larry Kane pick for his book on being the only U.S. journalist on the Beatles' historic 1964 tour?
The book, we're looking for the title of the book about the 1964 tour?
Well, the book was about being the only U.S. journalist on the 64 tour, and it's a tuneful title, so it's obviously a Beatles song, so it's probably like
I'm gonna get
Exile on Main Street or Start Me Up.
Oh, wait, no, Hard Day's Night is the name of the documentary, I think.
Yeah, maybe Angie.
What?
I'm naming Rolling Stones tunes.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Beatles.
Oh, we are. I'm being a jerk.
Oh. I mean, Hard Day's Night is the obvious one.
I have to assume being the only U.S. journalist is very lonely.
Lonely
to the
Hearts
point
Club.
where he couldn't even find a prostitute. So I think it's called Can't Buy Me Love.
Ah.
I mean, Hard Day's Night is probably like, I
Lonely
know they
Hearts
named
Club.
the movie it, but that has got a really good shot. What National Book Award winner did Carlos Eire, E-I-R-E, originally plan to title Kiss the Lizard, Jesus?
So he called it Kiss the Lizard Jesus, but he had another idea for it.
Well, no, he almost named it Kiss the Lizard, Jesus.
Oh, but now it's something else.
And it won an award, so we might have heard of it. 8 Days a Week is a really good guess as well. Because, like, books about being on tour are always about how rough it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kiss the Lizard, Jesus. So, like, the only, like, critically acclaimed book I can think of with Jesus is Jesus' Son, which I know is very different, but it would be really funny if this, like, book of stories about heroin abuse and stuff was called Kiss the Lizard, Jesus, and then it's just bleak and depressing.
Well, there's
I
also
never read Jesus' Son, but I saw the movie. I have no idea.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to move on to the next one. What New Zealand-born author ditched her first name Edith for her Maori middle name to pen Tales of Scotland Yard Inspector Roderick Allen?
So much disconnect there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that one. I'm just going to read it again just because. What New Zealand-born author ditched her first name Edith for her Maori middle name to pen Tales of Scotland Yard Inspector Roderick Allen? Maori.
Yeah,
you know what? My
people
mouth is not cooperating. I'm not going to try to say it right because it just wants to stop saying it. But if VLF has no idea, we're probably not going to get it. Okay. What anonymously authored 1996 bestseller includes the acknowledgement, "I would like to thank some people who don't know who I am"?
What else? What other clues do we have in there?
Well, an anonymous bestsellers are a very narrow breed.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I just looked at the blank, so I can't say what it is, but I was on the right path because my first thought is like, well, usually that's a political tell-all and it's timely. 96 was Clinton's election. So if anyone can think of an anonymous bestseller about the Clintons from 96. Did I disappear for a second?
I wasn't looking, but I didn't see it out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what I just said about anonymous bestsellers about the Clintons?
The Clintons, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my computer got weird for a split second, and I didn't know if I was broadcasting or not.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Oh, wait, no, we're thanking someone who doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, it was an anonymous bestseller in 96. It was about the Clintons. Or rather, it was about the presidential campaign. So anyone old like me will recognize the name. So it's time for some answers, my friends.
Yes.
Daniel Pinkwater is the Snark Out Boys and the Avocado of Death. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. It's Yesterday's Night had it correct, and I was wrong that they didn't care if they included the 15 men on a dead man's chest. Ticket to Ride.
There it is.
That's a Beatles song, which is about, yeah. Waiting for Snow in Havana was almost called Kiss the Lizard Jesus. Nyao, Ngaio, Marsh. I think that's Nyao. NG is usually Nya.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. And it was Primary Colors, which was adapted into a movie where John Travolta played Bill Clinton. And I've got to pee real bad. So I am going to go do that real quick. I'll be right back. Kitty, the show is yours.
I'll take it away. Have fun doing your business. So I recently entered the world of using the Libby app to check out books from the library on my phone. And I really like that. However, searching for books is distressing if I want to just browse. It's driving me crazy because I'm searching for sci-fi fantasy, which a lot of the times they separate science fiction and fantasy. So fine. But like in the search criteria, you can list what you do want and what you don't want. I do not want to find romance novels. I am searching for fantasy in the sense of, fighting dragons and orcs and kings and knights and shit. But 90% of the freaking titles that come up are like, they may be set in fantasy, but like it's clearly a romance and it's driving me nuts. Like, why can't I just have fantasy without it being like housewives jerk off to this? You know what I mean? Like, how do I search for the kind of fantasy I'm looking for? I'm thinking Tolkien, Anyway, that's my gripe there. In other news, what should I do to the back of this bookmark? Monroe Max. So what happens is, like, they already have the little tags and you just click on the ones that you want. So like, yeah, I don't know how to make it any more specific. And if you, and maybe I need to investigate the app more, but like if you search with your own keywords, it thinks you're talking about the title. But maybe I need to look into it more. Maybe I can try that. Dragon bodice rippers, exactly. A memory called Empire. Sci-fi intrigue. Okay, I will make note of that, Victoria Nundenbog. All right, craft show, right? What do I craft on the on this bookmark? What do I put on the back of here? I've got glitter on one side, and I've got all the paint and all the glitter in all the world to put on the back side, but I don't know what. And I've got all kinds of more pieces of craft paper and shiny stuff. And you want a Georgia O'Keeffe flower. I could try to make a Georgia O'Keeffe out of, ooh, leopard spots is cute. Whatever it is, I'm probably going to end up starting it next week because we have just a bit of time left. Leopard spots that are tiny Georgia O'Keeffes. Oh my God. I don't think I need like 47 vulvas on the back of my bookmark. Oh, I did not see that earlier. I was looking too, or at least I thought I was. Okay. Vulva leopard spots. That's one way to go. Okay, and now I'm actually imagining it. But like, I want to make it neon too. So I'm thinking like neon pink and green Georgia O'Keeffe leopard spots. A rubber stamp. Well, the problem with the rubber stamp is you want them to be varied. I suppose you could make a rubber stamp that has several of them on it, and then you can move it around. I wonder if I should try drawing. I do have my tablet over here. I could try drawing that. I don't know. I never actually woke up this morning. I'm still like, I drank my yerba mate tea energy drink, and I took my Adderall, but I still don't feel like I'm quite with it yet. I'm not sure what to do about that. This is why I never do the show alone, because I crave the back and forth. I don't know, like I don't have like my own interest to just spout off about. I did as much as I could. I got as far as I could. And Cubby came back just in time.
What'd I miss?
We were complaining about fantasy novels and how the search engine doesn't understand that I want Tolkien fantasy, not Dragon Bodice Ripper fantasy. And then we talked about Georgia O'Keeffe leopard spots.
Ooh. Yeah, I did see the suggestions, leopard spots and some sort of Georgia O'Keeffe.
I missed that earlier.
And, I meant to put it up because leopard spots did sound really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I have something I do actually want to talk to Victoria and Nundenbog about. And this is information for everyone, actually. So in an effort to employ myself with my physical limitations pulling me back from doing as much Ren Fair as I used to do. I'm stepping back a little bit. I'm still out there. I'm just not doing it as constantly as I was. And to fill that in, I'm looking into doing freelance proofreading. Yes. So since I don't have a whole list of stories and books under my belt as experience to put on any kind of resume or freelance website, I would love if anybody has stories or novels or gaming systems, whatever you have out there, to send me what you've got so that I can practice my proofreading skills and copy editing. It's funny that copy editing and proofreading, there's a lot of confusion on the distinction between those two things. Like they're like the way that people use those two words, there's almost isn't a distinction.
But there is. It's different roles.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm pretty sure that tree was catching. So the catching tree would be a more accurate title. But excellent. This is a good crowd to make that appeal to.
Yeah, so VLF, send me stuff so I could proofread it for you. I promise not to like annihilate it, and you also don't have to take anything that you don't want.
But I am beyond honored.
Well, see, I wouldn't be looking at content. I would only be looking at mechanics.
Yeah, which is important. I don't know why it always amuses me when the goblins hate something, but I always think it's funny when the goblin, because they're seething.
What are you talking about? Oh.
The goblins hate the title, but I've waited long enough. And I love the ire of the goblins. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said I wouldn't be assessing content, just mechanics.
Field of something. Yeah, with most things, actually. I love hate a lot. I don't know what it is. It's probably something I should work on with myself, but I've given up working on myself.
I'm just not going to do it anymore.
No. You know what? Until the world, and by world, I mean America, does some work on itself.
How about that?
I can't be the only one putting effort into this thing.
I feel that so hard, Cubby. I totally understand.
Yeah. And that is the death I deserve, to be torn apart by goblins. I've earned it. And I just want to say, when I die in the way I was obviously always going to die and have been on record in being cool with dying that way, please do not destroy the career of anyone who mentions that it seemed the most appropriate way for me to die. I'm not talking about, current events or anything, but when I inevitably eventually die in the most obvious, predictable way possible, I think it should be allowed to be said that my death was obvious and predictable. And I mean, you know what? Second Amendment activists should be happy that they've literally had the first shooting victim to consent to it.
Basically,
it's a wonderful achievement. We've had so many shooting deaths. We've actually gotten to the point where people who are on the record as being okay with it are being shot.
It just seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Careful, we're gonna get canceled. But that's okay. We'll just be back on the air in a couple days anyway.
Nobody's watching us. That's the difference. We can say whatever we want.
Oh yeah, but he thinks that no one should be allowed to talk bad about him.
Yeah, but he also thinks that asylum seekers were committed. He's very stupid.
Yeah.
He clearly thinks that asylum seekers were all committed at some point. He thinks that because he's too dumb to understand the word asylum.
He's very dumb.
He's very dumb. He'll never be able to figure out we're talking about him.
No. It's a mystery.
Yeah, like, we could be, like, oh, darn, if only our numbers were better. Or we could just enjoy the fact that we can say whatever we want and we're not going to get canceled. Because, look, if there's a campaign to cancel Cubby Out to Belly, you know what people are going to say? They're going to say, who's Cubby Out to Belly? Never heard of the guy. It's real hard to care about somebody you've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It's also real hard to care about Charlie Kirk, but apparently some people do. It's weird that it's the people who don't have the ability to empathize with other humans, though. Yeah, John. And if it's like a 13-year-old who's confused by that, it's like understandable. It's like, oh, so interesting. Like you can explain it to them.
I feel like I know 13-year-olds that are still smarter than he is.
Oh my God. Yeah, there are a lot of 13-year-olds. I'm just saying that, like, if there were a 13-year-old who was as clueless, you'd be like, come on, buddy, you're just not thinking. You're smarter than this.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd have to be. You have to, well, you have to be in late stage dementia to be that dumb. At a certain point, after like the 10th time you've tried to hire a massage therapist to deliver a letter for you, you have to ask if maybe you're doing that to yourself just because you like dropping by the massage parlor. Nothing wrong with that. Why, there's nothing wrong with a little self-denial. In fact, self-denial is actually really good for you. Like, it's proven that the better you can lie to yourself, the happier you're going to be in life, with your life and with your own performance. Yeah, it turns out that there's kind of this trend where, like, the more perceptive you are, I don't want to say smarter, because smarter is such a generic term, it almost doesn't mean anything. But as your perception becomes more accurate, it becomes more difficult to lie to yourself. And as a result, you do become much more deeply unhappy and susceptible to depression.
Hmm. I wish I could go back. We'll go back to being self-deluded.
Oh, I just can't. Not with after what I've learned. Because this thing. Also, I'm totally stealing that one. I'm gonna walk past a post office and be that like, oh hey, the post office, call that the massage parlor.
Yes.
Yes, massage parlor.
Because it's true. Oh, that's so good. I love it.
Yeah, I've also decided that if when I'm walking by a Quaker meeting house, gonna call that the friend zone.
Yeah. Is that a callback from last week?
No, it's the Quakers call themselves Friends. It's the Society of Friends is the actual name of the religion.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about this recently.
We were, but like I live in Quaker City, so Quaker comes up a lot for me. I'd make Quaker references a lot, and I am also regularly walking past meeting houses, mostly because I have a lot of work in Old City, Philadelphia, and there's some very prominent meeting houses down there. There's the Arch Street Meeting House, and then there's the Free Quaker Meeting House, which is where who meets?
Friends.
The storytellers of Historic Philadelphia Incorporated. They meet at the Free Quaker Meeting House. You would assume the Free Quakers, but I don't think the Free Quakers exist anymore. That was actually a little subset of Quakers who were like, look, war is bad, but to hell with those British. It was just there were so many Quakers who were like, all right, I'm against war in general, but let's get rid of these British, that they started a whole new type of Quakers called the Fighting Quakers. Or the Free Quakers, which is, I also think that would be a really good sports mascot, the Fighting Quakers. Not just Quakers, but the Fighting Quakers, and it could be like a little Quaker guy with like, who's just ready to kill you. Oh, the Castle of Yeah. So on. Oh wait, what is the title you said it was going to be? Oh, or what is your title? I'm confused. I've confused myself. I don't know if you meant the title for the story or what your, landed title is. See, here's the thing about trying to pit the Fighting Quakers versus the Free Irish is that eventually they're going to realize how much they all hate the English. And then you just got one team that's gunning for the English. VLF. That title is perfection, and the goblins are wrong to be angry about it. It's perfect. It gives you just a peek of what's going to happen, but not enough that you don't want to read it. You're like, ooh, I want to know the details. Yeah, well, the Moriarty part of my brain is obviously going to be the one who reacts to that title. I'm sorry. But also, I'm not sorry. But also, I am sorry because I just looked at the clock. Yeah. And it seems our time together is gone. Kitty, I will try to remember to send it out in the usual message as I should have, but technically it's been like 4 months since I've actually made the room.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I'm a little out of habit. So
do we have no Shoshi next week again?
no, we will have Shoshi next week.
Oh, okay.
But she might make me make the room because that used to be my job.
Oh.
Yeah. She had a pretty good setup for a while here. And then I became a storyteller. But we will have Shoshi next week and maybe some Kiri.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Excellent. And I think Mab was busy this week, but I think she's free again next week. So we might be seeing some Mab. Don't quote me on that, though, because, as usual, I have no idea about anything.
Understandable.
But we love you all. And thank you so much for wasting a little time with us. And, oh, wait, I have to get, like, the thing ready to go. Ah!
I'm with the goblins.
I'm so happy. What?
I feel like it's too, it's like, you know, I've read VLF's writing and I know that I don't want it to make me think of Friends.
That, yeah.
I think it deserves a better title than that. VLF's work deserves a better title.
Well, in defense of the title, I think it is rife with just the right kind of cheekiness.
Uh-huh.
I think it's really funny when you're like, it sounds like you're gonna like insinuate something and you just say it. I love that joke. I love that. Like, Kim and Shoshi had one of the best versions of that in their storytelling thing.
Oh yeah.
Where they're talking about, I think it's the Adam and Eve story, and there's like, and he had a big cock. And they just say it, and it's so funny. It kills every time. And I said it quiet because even though we're too small to notice, I don't want to get the channel in trouble.
You're just being tasteful.
Then I apologize. I had no idea I was being tasteful. It burns. The tastefulness burns on my skin. But also, we love you all. Have a great week. And goodbye.
And we're back.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Well, this time.